There's a lot which is going to happen, and the players like Tiger Global Management and SoftBank is going to invest in small companies. So there's unwavering support right now in the Indian ecosystem, and it's the right time to enter the internet era. The best business models which are going to work in 2018 and the years to come, seeing the government policies and the technology, the best would be to integrate the food processing sector with the IoT sector to understand how to protect the produce which is being produced in masses. Many a times, just because the cold chain storage is not there, the produce doesn't reach to the places and it is just dumped. Some examples could be tomatoes, potatoes. So what needs to be done is using IoT devices, especially drones. If drones can be used to identify the parameters, and if those parameters can be used for big data analysis, a lot can be done, because then you can know at what point of time the food produce is going to ripe. And once you know the timing of food produce is going to ripe, you can utilize other sustainable technologies to develop processing food which is very very near to the produce itself. So I think this is a challenge and an opportunity for enterprises and small players to come up with a business model which is going to cater that. And if we are able to cater to the food processing industry in India, a lot can be done. Another very important model where there's a lot of business can be generated is in the malnutrition sector. We need food drinks or food-based derivatives which can be, utilized by people, which is very very cost effective to understand the malnutrition demand. So we need to fortify the health drinks which are currently available, and small companies across the globe are also developing food drinks which are going to take care about the intake from a child to an adolescent to different age groups, because when you are a sedentary worker the lifestyle is different, and when the lifestyle is different, the intake is also different. So a lot is happening in India, and I believe things are going to change. So the Indian ecosystem is going to go to the extraordinary heights because of the implementation of such technologies. So currently, there is a marketplace model for e-commerce, and it can be boosted up by online firms, and online companies can start the business models catering to small problem-solving approach, because a small ripple effect would give rise to the best of the business. If you're looking for a growth expansion in any of the verticals, especially in the IoT sector, where you can integrate ML, that is a machine learning, then you have augmented reality, virtual reality, and we combine everything. A new concept which is emerging right now is mixed reality. So technology, along with the right intent and momentum to accelerate the business model to the next level, will give rise to a lot of startups in India. And another very important domain in which a lot of innovations can be done is the fashion industry. Anyhow, fashion industry, you are catering to a niche client who already have that purchasing power, and the fusion would be in fashion and technology. So if you can integrate fashion and technology, new business models can be developed around those. So fashion designers across the globe are embracing this factor. They are utilizing facial expressions to create a wardrobe online, and then that wardrobe can be customized for other customers also if that wardrobe itself is very innovative. So what every online model is trying to do is to be a content generator, in the sense get the feedback from the users, and then that content generation is there. So a lot of cost is reduced at the end of the business owner, and I think that's a very good strategy in the current era where we in India. So if we just talk about India right now, India is a population of 1.35 billion people, and if seeing the population, even if half of the people are coming online, a lot of content would be generated. And I personally believe content generation would boost the SEO, that's the search engine optimization, and a lot of big data would be generated, which can be analyzed to drive other business verticals. Recently, our Commerce Minister, Mr. Prabhu, he talked about the national e-commerce policy, which would be the national e-commerce policy would be catering to the taxation, competition policy, FDI, server location. I think the term server location is very, very important, but the implementation would be little difficult because the data access and how much data the other company is providing, even though they sign a contract, cannot be determined. However, if we understand technology in the right sense, I think if we use blockchain technology to even deliver data, so from the Genesis itself, the Genesis framework is the first framework of the blockchain based technology. So if the Genesis framework is known, so the government can actually understand that the other company or any foreign entity is providing you the whole data. So I think those pointers should also be taken into consideration along with the current pointers which our policy making people are taking into consideration. A very important factor which is being discussed right now in India and across the globe is blockchain. We like it or not, we are part of the revolution. I talk about this a lot, and the most important factor right now I would like to talk about is MFI, that is microfinance institution. We are talking about digitizing cash, we are talking about virtual currency. What are the implications of utilizing virtual currency? Is it has many pros, it might have some cons also. I'll be catering to the pros of utilizing digital currency or digital cash while any transaction for good or services. Having said that, when you are utilizing digitizing cash in a blockchain based technology, there is no mediator, there is no third party, so it saves a lot of time. Even for a transaction to happen, if we talk when we are implementing blockchain based technology in a financial sector, the time has been reduced from 5 to 6 days. It's within minutes because the whole concept of blockchain is based on peer-to-peer network. And another very important factor is since implementation of blockchain in the financial sector itself will actually take few of the jobs which is of the frontline staff, and that staff can be utilized to do other work in a financial sector. So what is important here is to understand when we talk about microfinance institution is there's a commodity which is actually circulating. How that commodity is purchased in lieu of exchange of money, or it can be service for service. Like the concept is barter system which started in 17th and 18th century. So blockchain itself, when implemented by the financial sectors, it is going to reduce 30% of the cost of the bank infrastructure, and that cost-effective method can be utilized to do other things. Efficiency is going to increase, and as I talked about, it's a peer-to-peer network. The Genesis framework is very strong, and if you talk about the financial sector right now, whenever we talk about virtual currency, everybody resonates with Bitcoin, and currently proof of work for Bitcoin is around 10 minutes, and since it's a peer-to-peer network, if there is any kind of tweaking or security breach at any point of time, every other peer would be informed, and that can be utilized as a security measure. However, blockchain technology has to be utilized with other technologies which are currently existing in terms of IoT and other implementation of technology can be worked in a holistic view to get the results. If you have any questions related to blockchain based technologies or integrating technology law and business in your current business model, I will be happy to assist. My name is Prity Khastgir. I'm founder CEO of TCIs India. I'm a global counsel to a Singapore based company. I'm also representing a couple of ICO firms across the globe. I'm Prity Khastgir, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn. If you have any questions, just put your questions in the comment box below, and I'll try to answer those questions in my coming videos. And I think creation of mind is the most innovative model as humans we can create. Protection of the same is very, very important in terms of patents, trademarks, what to disclose and what not to disclose. What not to disclose comes under trade secrets. Then we have industrial designs, then there's copyright issues, and then of course contracts, what to sign, what not to sign, how to negotiate. And there's a tagline which I always like to share is don't litigate but mitigate. So if you are having any kind of dispute, I'll be happy to resolve that. And I've done it in the past, I'm doing now, and I'll do in the coming days.